Alright, hell yeah. First stroke up is the stop sign turn. Man, it is the easy one. You just paddle on your strong side and then have the boat rotate around. So this is the RMR Fat Cat. And with the shredder type paddle cat, man, it's just, you can get so much speed. So here's the air tributary. We're going to watch this. And it's just a touch slower. So you got 1, 2, 3 to bring it around. But you can kind of just notice there's a little more drag. So, hell yeah. Now, the other boat up is my NRS. Now, it does have some pros, but I guess maybe one of the cons is just, it's just real turny. But I love that, you know what I mean? Just one paddle stroke, it just really feels like it's going to turn. But there you go, there's that. Alright, hell yeah, I call this the reverse sweep turn. See, so we do a big reverse sweep, and then we try to paddle the boat forward. And this is what we call a hard turn. The boat, if we paddled forward, would be going the other direction. So we have to sweep the boat around. This is the air tributary, just a little bit slower. So we're going to look at a couple boats. Now we're going to look at the NRS boat. So this is my boat, and it's just real easy to sweep. So we can sweep it just way far. And I sweep it the other direction, and what I'm doing is I'm prying the boat first and then paddling it forward. It's just the nature of a high rocker boat. So we're going to try to do the same thing with this. Just do a really big sweep. Now it's a little bit harder, but so now we're going to pry that boat just a little bit and then paddle it forward. Alright, same turn, but we do 2 pries. So you got 1, 2 pries, and now the boat is oriented. We can start paddle prying it forward. So this is the RMR Fat Cat. Next up is the air tributary. And so we're going to do 2 pries, 1, 2, really get that pry underneath the boat. So it's just a little bit slower to turn this boat, you know what I mean? It's kind of all I'm saying. And there you go. So there's that. Now we're going to do the NRS. So here's 2 paddles, 2 pries. And man, I didn't even need to do 2 pries. Just 1 pry. This thing just spins like a top. It's got kind of rocker in all directions. Hell yeah. Alright, last stroke up. This is probably one of the harder ones. This is a draw turn, and we're on the harder side, so we have to draw the boat towards us, but then we really have to dig for that pry. Make sure our paddle stroke's in the right position. There's the RMR Fat Cat. So what we're doing is we're drawing, but then getting the paddle blade kind of behind us, behind our hip, and you really have to make sure the boat rotates while you're doing this draw. So the first stroke is probably the most crucial. Here's the NRS. So we do the draw and then rotate around. Now this boat with high rocker is just much more forgiving, and so that was what this video showed, how much slower is the other boats. Alright, hell yeah. Now that wasn't all this video is about. Mainly it's showing you that this RMR Fat Cat is faster. Any shredder or paddle cat's going to be faster, but what I noticed right off the bat is like, man, it's just a little slower to turn. So that's what we were really practicing today. Like, can we get a big rotation? You know what I mean? So on that sweep, you know what I mean? I'm satisfied, but it'll just take practice to know what I can do and what I can't do, you know what I mean? You know, to put in the right amount of effort. But even just prying it to turn it, sure, you know what I mean? I just need to know how much it turns so I can use it to my advantage. But yeah, it is just so much slower turning than my rocker boat. But the huge benefit is once you get it in the direction, it's just real fast.